All right, Geeks and Geekettes, I'm just about to head in and see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There is a media screening here in Sydney. I'll see you on the other side with a first reaction out of the cinema. I just got done watching Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and I'm doing something different. I'm taking a page out of the Flick Picks book. It's gonna get magical, mystical, don't get scared now. I'm doing my initial reaction and review out of the cinema. I'm walking to my car. I'm walking to the Love Chariot. Something a little bit different. I just feel that doing something like this. Oh, fine, unlocked it. All right, that's better. What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new, very sporadic episode of Cosplay Chris, and this is my quick initial thoughts and spoiler-free thoughts of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I've just got out of the cinema here in Sydney. There is a media screening here this evening. So again, spoiler-free, just my quick initial thoughts. So a massive thank you to Marvel for having me here this evening. In terms of the first Doctor Strange film back in 2017, it was a fine film. It served its purpose. I thought there was nothing really groundbreaking or special about the first Doctor Strange film. But in this case, you got Sam Raimi in the director's chair. You have Benedict Cumberbatch. You have Elizabeth Olsen. You also have Rachel McAdams. And you have all these beautiful horror elements. And it all definitely comes together in the end. In my opinion, the first and second act were very akin to the first Doctor Strange film. Nothing overly groundbreaking, but by the third act, you get some mad Evil Dead 1 and 2 horror elements. Like, there are nice throwbacks in terms of the cinematography of the third act, where it's very reminiscent, especially for Evil Dead 2, with the angles, the camera angles and stuff like that. So, look, my only real gripe about this film is I think the hype was way too big. And if you had told me that this was going to be a Disney Plus series, if this was going to be a 6-parter Disney Plus series, I would have been, okay, do it. That seems fine. To make this a full-length feature, 2 and a bit hours, I think it was a bit unnecessary. But again, don't get me wrong, it dared to be different by the third act. There are definite horror elements here. First, second act were very cookie cutter in terms of the Marvel template. And there's nothing wrong with that. It works fine. It has always worked fine. It has worked fine from day one. But I just feel like, given the hype and given all the rumors and speculation and stuff like that, and don't get me wrong, there are plenty of surprises in this film. Don't you worry about that. I was gleeing with joy with some appearances and some things that happened in the film. So there are definitely surprises to be had in this film. I just feel that the third act overrid the first and second act. It's one of the things where you have to get through the first and second act. Not that it's a drag, but it's just, we've been there and done that. But by the third act, it's definitely Sam Raimi at his finest. And it's one of those things where I feel that Marvel has just given the reins to Sam Raimi. Get it? Raimi? Anyway, and I feel he's just let loose and just incorporated all these beautiful horror elements and visuals. And the film on a whole is visually stunning. It is breathtaking. And especially when you're dealing with Doctor Strange, you have to have some beautifully striking visual elements. And they're there. They're definitely there. The CGI is great. The costuming is great. Benedict Cumberbatch is in fine form. And we're dealing with the multiverse. So that's where it hones back to having these wonderful surprises in the film. Again, this is spoiler-free, so I'm trying to be as vague as possible. Overall, I thought it was a decent attempt at a Doctor Strange sequel. Again, first and second act, I just feel a very cookie cutter, definitely akin to the Marvel template. And then by the third act, things definitely ramp up. So this is a very slow burn of a film. Overall, I'm going to give it 3.5 geeks out of 5. I'm very interested to see what the rest of the world thinks of it, what you guys think of it. So with that being said, when you do eventually see it, geeks and geekettes, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. With that being said, I will have a custom collectible video up this weekend of the Funko Zombie Captain America from What If, and I will be announcing the winner of the Xbox Series S giveaway. So with that being said, wherever you are in the world, please have yourselves an absolute cracker of a day. I hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.